The spoil sports at YouTube have now announced that they can't compete on a level playing field anymore, so they're going to get rid of the dislikes. Because we're not allowed to dislike things anymore, because it's too negative. Because you get dislike mobs, don't you, that go around, you know, weaponising the dislike button, apparently. Well, it's exactly the same as removing the comments. When the mainstream media didn't like our articles, didn't like our comments, didn't like our replies, us, the people, they got rid of the comments so we couldn't comment at all. They want us communicating with them, but they don't want us communicating with each other anymore. We're not to be communicating with each other anymore. That's why Gab is demonised, because it's the only thing you can communicate with each other. You have to go through these official ghettos and these authorised avenues of communicating where they're censored and shadow banned, etc., like Twitter and Facebook and the big monopolies. This is the world, this is the new world order. I don't want to live in it. No one wants to live in it. No one likes it. No one likes this getting rid of dislike buttons. Do you think we're just going to pay attention to your Netflix, BuzzFeed shite? Do you really think we're going to buy what you're selling us, establishment? We're too awake now. This trajectory that you've set yourself on is unsustainable. Destroy the internet. Yeah, we're all going to like your new internet, aren't we? I mean, who thought that at Google headquarters? I know, let's replace everything that they're doing with videos, but then also demonise them, shadow ban them, attack them, and then they'll like us and go to us. Yeah, of course they will. I thought YouTube was going to be there forever. I thought it was going to be a thing that was going to be in the media, replacing the telly, etc. But YouTube has already sown the seeds of its destruction by getting rid of this dislike button, by siding with BuzzFeed, by siding with Salon, and all the establishment crap. No one likes it. They've already basically made themselves moribund. It was kind of the last straw for YouTube when they put out a video of the best things of the year with like Will Smith and everything, and everyone disliked it. It had more dislikes than any video on the whole of YouTube's history. That's because people don't like Will Smith. It's not just because they don't like Will Smith, it's because they don't like the establishment. They don't like being told what to watch when they've chosen all these years, all these decades, what to watch themselves. And they've followed their own vloggers and they've started their own vlogs. They don't care about Netflix type systems. They don't care about BuzzFeed. They don't care about Watch Mojo. They don't care about all the inane crap that's pushed to the top. They care about crushing the New World Order and the people that are running these algorithms. They care about crushing the people that are running the programs that they tell them to watch. You know, they're running this rubbish, all this censorship, all this shadow banning, all this actually illegal behaviour. We're actually just told that it's fine that corporations, private corporations, can do what they want. But they're not private corporations, are they? They're monopolies. They've got help from the government. They've been set up with the CIA, etc. We've seen through WikiLeaks. We've seen through other various leaks. These people like Jack Dorsey, he's not just a CEO, is he? And he's not just a man whose creation he's now beholden to. He's now overwhelmed by the slavery and the power and control that he has now, because he's basically the government. Anytime you vote, you are voting for Jack Dorsey because he controls the censorship. That's all you're allowed to see. It doesn't matter the ostensible party that you vote for or the ostensible leader that you vote for. What you're voting for is Jack Dorsey. All you're voting for is the social media. And no matter how you vote, it just goes away. It just gets taken away from us because, like I said before, we're not allowed to communicate with each other anymore. We're allowed to communicate with them. We're allowed to be connected to them, and they're allowed to be connected to us. But we're not allowed to be connected to each other. We're not allowed to tell each other that we hate this system, that we despise what YouTube's become, that we loathe BuzzFeed, that it's discredited, that Huffington Post, that Salon, that BuzzFeed, they should all go, that Vice should go. Well, they're laying off 15% of their workforce. Why don't they just lay off all their workforce? Isn't the same true for Sky and BBC and CNN and MSNBC? Why do we need the media anymore? Why do we need the free press anymore? I'm not going to defend the press anymore. The press has demonstrably got rid of free speech. Like CNN lobbying to get InfoWars shut down off social media, then they carry on and get rid of everyone else. Because they can't get viewing figures like they used to, they have to shut down all the alternatives that the people's eyes are going to so that they will go back to them. That's their modus operandi. If we get rid of them, then they'll come back to us and watch us again because there'll be no choice. Yeah, that's how it's going to work, isn't it? Just like YouTube, just like everything. That is really what they think, isn't it? That's what they think about everything. These idiots in charge, the idiots in charge of the world. And this is why we're supposed to have respect for the establishment and for authority. Jesus, give me strength. You've already lost the people. The people are too awake now and you think they're woke. Well, your contingent are all woke and they're going by your Netflix, BuzzFeed, subscriptions and things that you want to push. But everyone else that's waking up to the actual corruption and conspiracy and the destruction of civilization that they're living through right now, they are awake and they know what's happening. And they don't want this fake grafted on world that you're force feeding them. And if you try and force feed someone, it might actually have a backwards opposite effect. They might spit it out. They might never go to YouTube again. I'm sure in 5 years' time, YouTube is never going to exist because they've just sown the seeds of their own destruction. Well done, Google. You ruin everything you touch. I never use you as a search engine, and I get annoyed when people say, Google it, because I don't want to Google it. I'd rather DuckDuckGo it. Get Google out your mindset. Get Twitter out your mind. Get YouTube, get everything out your mind and start looking at these new platforms that are opening up so we can talk to each other again. Because that's what they don't want. And that is the key. If we can talk to each other, we can override them. And it's a war, and it's essential we override them. If we don't have any cultural civilization left at all. So it is essential we override them.